All right, so we are at Universal, and this is the parking garage. And when you come out of the parking garage, we will go through security here shortly, but when you go through security, you cannot record. As I found out one day when I tried to record and they made me turn my phone off and delete. It's for security purposes. So once we get through security, then we will kind of talk about that process and go from there. They have moving walkways here, which people tend to stop on instead of using them as they're intended as moving walkways. So I just steer clear of them because it's just more frustration than it's worth. See you on the other side of security now, and then this is what's on the other side of it. The buses are down there, and you'll come up just back where we were at security if you come on a bus from your resort. We'll show you where you come out if you take the walking path or the boat from your resort to Universal. The great thing about, I'm hoping the wind isn't too bad, but the great thing about Universal is it's all together. You've got City Walk, which you'll enter first after you go through security. And then you have Islands of Adventure straight ahead, or to your right is Universal Studios Orlando. So you only go through security once, and then you are good to go for the whole rest of the time. So it's really more convenient. All right, now this is City Walk. Does smell good. We've eaten at a lot of places here at City Walk. We do like to eat here. There's a place there's a Starbucks right there. If you'd like to grab Starbucks before you go into the parks. Cinnabon over there. In the morning, it's a little hectic. You can also cut through there if you're going to Universal Studios, but we're not going to cut through there because I want to show them what's up here. Up there is a Burger King Burger Bar, which we eat at a lot. Panda Express, Moe's. We really like Red Oven Pizza Bakery. We'll go there and the boys will share a pizza, and then me and Christina will share a pizza. It's just something to grab something quick to eat, and then it's not too expensive. So we have an episode about that. I will put that in the description. Jordan and I have actually eaten at Cowfish, which is right there. It was okay. It was just a little, I don't know, high priced and boring. Should we go to Universal first? Yeah, all right, we'll go to, Universal's my favorite too. I prefer it to Islands of Adventure. There are some cool things at Islands, like Seuss Landing and stuff, but I don't know, Universal Studios is just my favorite. Across the way there's Hard Rock Cafe, which we'll walk that way maybe, unless we take the Hogwarts Express over to Islands of Adventure. Depends on the line. Voodoo Donut. I know a lot of people suggest that. We've had that once. It wasn't too bad. This is where your boat transportation will let you off. If you choose to take a boat from Cabana Bay, you can go to Sapphire Falls and you can catch a boat from Sapphire Falls. And then come over to, this is where it will drop you off and let you off right by the Universal Gate. Great picture opportunity right here, and then also on the other side of the globe you can get pictures. Today is actually Fat Tuesday, so we're going in Mardi Gras for real on Mardi Gras. Over there is the walkways to Lowe's Portofino Bay and Hard Rock Hotel. So if you were to stay there, you would walk that direction. line over there is to print your tickets. And then over here are the actual ticket counters there, and that one right there. If you already have your tickets, you're good to go to keep going through, and then the gates are right here. We are through the gate, and what I think we'll do today is we'll just kind of show you around at the different things that are here. I don't want to spoil any of the attractions or any of that sort of thing, but kind of give you a heads up on where things are and what to expect, and maybe show a few things along the way. But I just really want you to experience it for the first time, of course, in person. But just a few things that we'll just give you some heads up on. There's the Today Cafe. They just have some snack items and things like that. Little sandwiches, cakes, stuff like that. Strawberry cheesecake on a stick. There's the Universal store. So this store is huge, and it's a good source of air conditioning if you need it. We'll probably go right, but just to look down the street here, you've got Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, which is, how would you describe it?
Captain EO.
Captain EO?
Yeah.
All right, so like Captain EO, that you sit in some chairs and it shakes you around while you watch stuff on a screen. Shrek 4D, honestly, I would skip. It's horrible, but completely up to you, but not worth the line, not worth the wait. If you love Shrek, go for it, be our guest, but we were so disappointed we've never been back after that. The best thing about the Shrek attraction is just a meet and greet. That's it. So we will go down this direction in the Today Show Cafe. That's fairly new. That just opened this past year, I think it was. There's a new attraction. Is it open yet? The Born?
I think it's in spring, so I'm not sure when that is.
Don't know if that will be open when you come or not, but the Born Stunt Spectacular or something.
It's Born Identity. It's Jason Bourne.
Another way this is different than Disney is you've got characters just walking around, so. Yeah. It's usually where you can find this, the Simpsons gangs. A lot of time they'll be over here with their Winnebago meeting and greeting, and the Scooby-Doo gang, their mystery machine. Oh, they're right there. Scooby and Shaggy. That's Schwab's Pharmacy, which there's ice creams in there. So like ice cream and stuff. What, Jordan?
There was a movie filmed in there.
There was a what?
A movie filmed in there.
And what was that?
I don't know. It was a movie with Captain Hook.
All right. Oh yeah. This is where we usually watch the parades. The parades will come out up here at the gate, and then they come down this direction, and then what they do is they go around the park, and then they come out right where, well, right where that parade float is there, with the Minions and Gru doing a meet and greet. They do that throughout the day as well. They'll bring one float out from the parade, the afternoon parade, and then they'll just do meet and greets here. So sometimes it'll be SpongeBob and Patrick, sometimes it's Minions, could be Secret Life of Pets. This is a horror makeup show, which is pretty cool. We enjoyed it the one time we were there. it just kind of shows how they do the stunts and makeup and things like that of a horror. We like to eat here quite a bit. Mel's Drive-In. They have burgers, shakes, fries, stuff like that. There's not a whole lot of room inside to eat, but there are some places outside. Transformers in the background. We have no clue what this is. Maybe it's offices, something. I don't know. Straight ahead is the Animal Actors on Location. If you're only here for a few days, I don't suggest even taking the time to do it, to be honest with you. It was okay, but it was just a bunch of animals doing tricks and running around and things. But back here is Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone. Now back here you've got a meet and greet for SpongeBob SquarePants, a pizza place that's rarely open, and to be honest, the last time we were here it only had pizza fries. It didn't have actual pizza. So then E.T. is back here, which I highly recommend. One of my favorite attractions here. I just really enjoy E.T. We can if the line's not bad. So we will check back. Quiet right now, but this is where the trolls do a meet and greet. And when they come out, it is a party. The music gets cranking and they do their meet and greet. So a few things about ET, because like I said, I don't want to take you into any attractions or show you anything in advance. The thing about ET is it reminds me a lot of Peter Pan's Flight, which it basically is on a track and you sit on a bike and go through the attraction. It's not thrilling, it's just a dark ride. And it's pretty neat. What I really like about it also is the queue. The queue is really nice inside. It's very immersive. Dora and Diego. Bibles Playground. Looks like they're refurbing or doing something there. But typically that's kind of like a water play area. There's a water slide. Looks like part of it's open, just not that side. There's the water slide. Over here is Barney, which a lot of our first episodes, Cameron was all about Barney. And they were some of our more popular ones. There's a play area inside there, and then there's a Barney show. Woody Woodpecker coaster. Very short coaster. Kind of like Barnstormer, but not. And then back here is one of the overlooked attractions, we think. If you've watched our channel for long, you know that the boys love the ball pit, which is in the back of the Curious George area here. There is a water splash pad before you get there, but if you go off to the left, and I won't go back there today, but I'll put a link to those episodes, to the Ball Factory, and you can go back there and kind of have some fun for a little while. You like it, right?
Yeah, it was alright, but I don't like it anymore that much.
Well, you've grown out of it, but Cameron really likes it still. It is a little warm in there. There's no AC or anything, so it does get a little warm. All right, next is Simpsons. Just like at Disney, be sure to stop and look at things too, so that you don't miss them. There's the train from Back to the Future 3. And then up here is the actual DeLorean.
One of the original DeLoreans they may use for the movie.
Yep, one of the original ones is here. Welcome to Springfield. Now, a few things about Springfield. Krusty Burger is here, which we really like Krusty Burger. And then one of my favorite things at Universal is the giant donut, the giant pink donut. And I've gotten that as my birthday cake for more than 1 year. You can try Duff Beer while you're here. It's okay. It's more the experience than anything. You can go into Flaming Moe's and get a Duff Beer, or you can get it right over here at the Duff Beer Brewery. There's the Lard Lad Donuts. You can also get the donut inside Krusty Burger. Now you enter through Moe's, or you can enter through Krusty Burger. Either way, you can get in there. You cannot enter through Cletus's Chicken Shack. And then, of course, the Quickie Mart is just a merchandise location. The Twirl and Hurl. It's funny. It's kind of funny when you're on there, kind of the dialogue, but it is just your average Dumbo type Aladdin's Flying Carpets spinning ride. Krusty and Sideshow Bob. And then this big building here is Simpsons the Ride, which Simpsons the Ride is, Star Tours on speed. It is a little bit louder than Star Tours, a lot bit more obnoxious than Star Tours, but it's a lot of fun.
It seems that a lot of the rides, a lot of the good ones are like the Simpsons.
Yeah,
A lot of simulators.
there are a lot of simulators. And up here is one of my favorite attractions. Said that about E.T. too, but it's one of them. Men in Black. Now, Men in Black is a lot like Buzz Lightyear. You're in a car and you have a gun that you shoot at aliens, and you rack up points. And there's also interactive elements, and from time to time you will spin forcefully. So it's an attraction that Cameron hasn't ridden yet because he's just not to that point yet, but we really enjoy it. And another tip, if you don't have Express Pass, the single rider option is a really good option because you get through extremely fast in the single rider. It's basically almost the Express Pass. We'll see what the single rider says, but it will probably say 5 minutes. I don't see where it wouldn't. And you skip all of the unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned, the unnecessary show of it. Oh, it just says open minutes. The actual attraction is only 15, so not bad at all today.
Show that you go through a door and it does a little thing, and then you go through another door and it just keeps doing that. There's just a lot of things to look at.
Yeah.
So if you wanted that,
And just like Disney Vacation Club, we've got this, which you, good, how are you?
Having fun yet?
Of course.
Excuse me, where are you guys from? Are you guys from Florida?
Here is another show, Fear Factor Live. We've never seen this. It's just never worked out to where we've gone to Fear Factor Live.
I've seen it once.
Oh, you saw it once?
Yeah.
Who'd you see it with?
I don't know. Probably Papa Darren or Nana Papa.
Oh, okay.
But
What did you think?
it was good if you like the show Fear Factor. It's really cool, but it was gross. People drank bugs, and the ending's always the same though. So I won't spoil anything.
All right, good. And over here, if you look up there, knock on that door and somebody may look out the window at you. But I'm not going to go into Diagon Alley because I'm sure they've seen YouTube videos, but I'm not going to be the one to spoil it if they have not. Oh, Diagon Alley is spectacular. It's one of the best themed lands, if not the best, that I've ever seen. It's tight. It's a little tight in there. But, oh, immersion is incredible. Now, I prefer it to Star Wars Land. I think it's just crazy awesome, but that's just a personal preference, so. But it is done really well. Now, King's Cross is where you would take the Hogwarts Express over to Islands of Adventure. Now, we have a little bit left of Universal, so we won't go that way. We'll go ahead and go out Universal and go into Islands the regular way. But you do have to have a park-to-park ticket because they will check your ticket over there, and then you can go to the Ride Hogwarts Express, and it takes you on over to Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure. Oh yeah, some Mardi Gras merchandise. This is the San Francisco area, Fisherman's Wharf. Now, this is the exit to the Fast and the Furious attraction, which while we're walking this way, we'll talk about this attraction. It's one of the more disappointing attractions as far as I understand. I've never ridden it, but what I've heard is it's kind of poorly done. But Christina rode it once and didn't have the greatest of opinions of it. That's all I can say about that, I suppose.
The queue is forever long.
Is it?
But it's pretty cool. You see some pretty cool cars.
Yeah, the queue seems like it'd be cool, and then the shop, the merchandise location when you come out is really cool. It's got like life-size Vin Diesel and all the cars and stuff, so it's pretty cool. But from what I understand, the attraction itself is not great. It's lacking. This is Richter's Burger Company. They have your typical burgers, fries, stuff like that. There is a lot of seating in there and around the back. Back in the old days, ABC Commissary, yeah. Or what's the other one over there, Hollywood Studios? The Backlot Express. That's more what I would say it's like. There's the entrance to Fast and Furious. This is the lagoon. They have a nighttime show certain nights where they'll have water screens and fireworks and things like that. Occasionally they have a show here with drummers who come out and beat on the fans and everything else. Beat Builders. Gets a little congested in this area when the show's going on, but also kind of cool. Another restaurant here, it's an Italian restaurant. They serve pizza, spaghetti, what else? That's about it. Pizza and pasta, salads, stuff like that. There is Transformers, which, yeah, Jordan really likes Transformers. It's a kind of a can't miss. Another Starbucks. Let's go down towards Transformers. The only thing over there is an arcade, and the Mummy is down there, but we'll come out by the Mummy. Oh, I can smell the Starbucks. Man, it smells good. Huh? Well, that is Transformers The Ride 3D. We'll go over here and Jordan can tell you a little bit about Transformers. Something to miss too, these are streets of New York, and there are all kinds of little places to kind of go through. Reminds me of Streets of America from Hollywood Studios, where you just go through and they have shops and things to check out. And around the corner, I think you can probably hear it, the Blues Brothers.
Now what's that? The Ricochet biscuit is the kind of biscuit. That particular brand of biscuit that you bounce off the wall and back in your mouth. What if it don't bounce back? People, if it don't bounce back, you go hungry. Wow, 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 wow.
So what's Transformers like?
Transformers and Spider-Man are similar, to where you're in this car and it moves around on a track, but there are screens all around you. So imagine like Toy Story Mania minus the game. You're just moving around in screens and there's a show going on. It's 3D. It's a really amazing attraction.
Over here is where all the Mardi Gras stuff is. Seems like there was more before. Oh no, okay, I see, okay. So there's all the booths there for Mardi Gras, and then there's some here as well. Yeah, at night it gets really busy, and then they have queues here, of course. Beignets. Alright, so Cameron's favorite attraction, Race Through New York with Jimmy Fallon. They do a virtual queue for this one, to where you basically get on the app, or you can go over down the way there and get a spot in the virtual queue, and then you just return with your scan bar for the time you're supposed to come back. Now, a lot of times anymore, you can just go through the standby. It's not an issue. I don't know what it'll be like when you all come. So you could have to do the virtual queue. You could have to go, or be able to go through the actual standby line, which is down there. Must be. During Halloween Horror Nights, it's a store as well. But we'll go down here and kind of look at the Mummy. Now the Mummy is more of it's a roller coaster, but it's got a lot of stuff going on with it too. So there is the Mummy entrance there. They have lockers available for you at rides like the Mummy. So that way you can put your stuff in a locker. It is really windy. This is Rip Ride Rocket. If you remember back to the WW Revue episode where Amy Van Swall was telling us about secrets of Universal, that was one of the secrets, that you could type in different codes and get different music while you're on Rip Ride Rocket. And this is where they have concerts. So this is where we've seen a lot of concerts through the years.
They're standing like right around here. We've seen Kelly Clarkson. We've seen Becky King and Cheryl.
Daughtry, Adam Lambert, Huey Lewis and the News, Weezer.
Have you seen Weezer?
Yeah, we saw Weezer here.
I don't remember it. But we're going to see TLC soon.
So that's the entrance to Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. And we are back at the beginning. This is Shrek 4D. The long line of people waiting in there to be disappointed. I feel really bad for them, to be honest. That's a lot of wasted time right there. If you're gonna wait in their line, I would think you would wait in Minions. At least there's somewhat of a payoff there, right? And what we're gonna do is we're going to go out kind of a lesser known exit, which is right beside Minions, and head on over to Islands of Adventure. Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem. If you see out here, there's actually an exit and an entrance. To the left is the Universal store, and then you can actually exit and enter through here, through this location. It lets you off right by the Hard Rock Cafe. We'll go around there and show some views from there, and then head on over to Islands of Adventure. This is where Blue Man Group is. I don't think I really needed to say that, but that's kind of self-explanatory. Probably a good time to talk for a minute because it's not loud and obnoxious, but I will tell you that Islands of Adventure is a lot louder than Universal. It's got a lot more going on. The Marvel Superhero Island is, I don't know, for people like me and Jordan who get kind of, I don't know what to say, overload. It's a bit much, at least for me. I can speak for me. It's a bit much over at Islands of Adventure in certain locations. We really do love the park though. Seuss Landing I think is spectacular. Hogsmeade, Harry Potter is fantastic. The Jurassic Park area, which they're expanding, is great as well. And Marvel Superhero Island isn't bad, it's just loud. You'll see when we get over there. And it has some great attractions over there. I mean, the Hulk coaster is over there, Spider-Man. All right, location-wise, you can see we're back at the Spinning Globe. We came from over there at the NBC Sports, the Girl Brew there. And that's where the boats land, over there. The Hard Rock Cafe, and up here is the Toothsome Chocolate Emporium. Friday, that's where you guys are gonna see the Today Show, right? Maybe? Unless they do it different. Is it raining? I feel rain. All right, over there, which we'll pass when we go out, is Margaritaville. We enjoy Margaritavilles no matter where we are.
I think the best burger
Yeah, there's some good burgers. This place here gets really busy at certain times of the day, kind of crazy busy. So as you can see right now, it's not busy at all. I don't even know if they are even open. Oh yeah, it's open. So I don't know if you knew how these parks were set up, but basically Universal Studios takes you into the movies and Islands of Adventure takes you into books. So that's why Marvel Superhero Island is here for the comic books. Harry Potter, of course, book and movie, so it's at both. And soon we will have Epic Universe, which, oh, I cannot wait for that gate to open down the street. But here you have gates there, or to get your tickets, and then the gates are up here. Welcome to Islands of Adventure. It seems all calm and peaceful now, doesn't it? This entrance is, I love this entrance with the fountain and the Christmas store. There's a large store over here, of course. Good air conditioning yet again. This is just a little market area. Just love the theming in this area. And we always love Christmas stores no matter where we are. So there is a Christmas store right there. Be sure to check it out, don't miss it. This is the back side of the gift shop. Back side has all your Harry Potter stuff. And then it opens up into an open air market. When we get up here, you have the choice to either go right to Seuss Landing, or you can go left to Marvel Superhero Island. We are going to go right, because I think that that gives the best opportunity to see what's going on at each location. There is a Starbucks right there. We're big coffee people, so I always know where all the Starbucks are. That is a sit down.
There's also a Cinnabon.
Oh yeah, there is a Cinnabon over there. Seuss Landing has a lot of kids attractions. We have the Carousel, the Cat in the Hat attraction, One Fish, Two Fish, which is it's like Aladdin with the spitting camels, but it's other things spitting. Cat in the Hat is your classic dark ride. And the trolley, which goes overhead. I like the PTA. Yeah, it gives you an overview of Seuss Landing. Wait times can be pretty harsh here in the mornings, as you can expect, but when you get to the afternoon and evenings, once kids go back or start running down, the wait times get a little lower. There's a show sometimes back there, but I haven't seen it very often lately. I don't know. Oh, did they move it?
Yeah, because I see They have Sandman, the Cat in the Hat, Penguin, Daisy, the Grinch, and the Lorax.
For story time, yeah. Is it the same thing that was over there?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Each one's different. And they do songs and stuff.
And this is Circus McGurkus Cafe Stupendous. We eat here a lot. They have some really good seasoned fries in here. And Jordan says they have the best pizza, I think, but I think he was probably just hungry. Yeah, one line of the trolley goes through there, but it's rarely open. Yeah, there's the story time show.
How did I get your name? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. It might be on your shirt.
There's the trolley up there. The smells that they pump in over here are a lot like the confectionery at Magic Kingdom. Pump the smells out in the air. So that is Seuss Landing. Then you head into what is called Lost Continent. Not a whole lot going on in Lost Continent. A lot of shops, a really high scale restaurant called Mythos. And then there are a couple show type things. There's one that we really like. It's called, what's that called? Poseidon Adventure? Fury, Poseidon's Fury. And it's pretty cool. You move from room to room and there's some cool special effects. And I think it's worth checking out for sure. If the line's not too long. Inside there, it's a bit claustrophobic in the queue. So it's best if there's not a really long wait. Honestly, Lost Continent's kind of just like a gateway to Harry Potter. That's Mythos right there. And again, if you go behind Mythos, you can hear a troll. You go back there, you can hear the troll growling. Yeah, there it is.
The scaling is amazing.
I know, it's crazy. And then there's another show over here that we've never seen called Sinbad something. The Voyage of Sinbad, maybe? That sounds right. I will say that I do love the theming in Lost Continent.
What'd you get?
Ooh, and it smells really good. Fire Eater's Grill. Does look like Cat in the Hat. There is a really neat talking fountain up here too that kind of interacts with the guests. There's the talking fountain. And that is Lost Continent. Now we will head through Hogsmeade. If you come from Universal using the Hogwarts Express, this is where you will come out. And this is also where you can take the Hogwarts Express from islands back over to Universal. Yep. Now, the walk through here is typically a little rough, so I will do my best. I know I saved Diagon Alley, but I will give a taste of Hogsmeade. Honeydukes. I used to work at the Three Broomsticks, which is right over there. It's a restaurant in Hogsmeade. That right there, the famed Hagrid's. There's the Three Broomsticks. You can get interactive wands, and then a lot of these places here, you'll see that there are spots where you can use your interactive wands to make things happen. A lot of kids are doing that down through here. There's one right there, over there. And this is Ollivander's, where you can actually choose your wand or the wand chooses you. Quick tip, you can actually, I should have said this back there, but you can go into the Three Broomsticks to get you a butterbeer. You do not have to wait in line at one of the butterbeer carts. You can just walk into Three Broomsticks or into Hogshead Pub, and you can get your butterbeer there. And the line is not even half the wait, it's like 1/8 of the wait. Back there you've got Forbidden Journey and then Flight of the Hippogriff.
The Forbidden Journey queue is really cool.
Forbidden Journey queue is really cool. You will find people taking pictures on this bridge all the time. Sometimes it's extremely difficult just to get down the bridge. We're working on some Harry Potter or Jurassic Park stuff over there. Next is there's a lot of construction going on at Jurassic Park right now. They're redoing the area and just doing some pretty cool stuff. So right now it's not in the best shape.
How do you know?
Another quick service location up here, and we've eaten here quite a few times. Again, burgers, fries, things like that, just your typical stuff. It's called Burger Digs. And then downstairs there's a Dinosaur Discovery Center where there's a lot of interactive things for the kids to do. Again, a lot of construction walls here. That's not where that was before, was it? All right, well, apparently the raptor encounter has moved. Raptor encounter, you can actually meet Blue, I believe. Pizza Predatoria. Pizza, sandwiches, salads, desserts. Honestly, right now, I wouldn't suggest spending much time in Jurassic Park at the moment. You could grab something to eat at Burger Digs and hang out at the Discovery Institute there, but other than that, the River Adventure is pretty cool, which is coming up. It is a Splash Mountain.
And Burger Digs also has really good views. Like you can see the whole lake.
Yes, that's true. There are very good views out of Burger Digs out the back. You can see Marvel Superhero Island from the back. There's also a Pterodon Flyers, which is kind of a hang gliding attraction, but you have to have a child to go on that. Here's the queue for River Adventure. You will get wet. There are some dryers. Definitely get wet. There's Camp Jurassic. It's a lot of like, it's a big play area. And then Pterodon Flyers is inside of it. Also have a rock climb here. That's extra. There goes Pterodon Flyers. As you can see, it's like a big tree house that you can go and play. I think there's slides and things in there.
Actually, if you really want to go back.
Now, Thunder Falls Terrace, they have like rotisserie stuff, barbecue ribs, things like that. I have heard very good reviews of that restaurant. We'll go over here and watch the River Adventure, the Jurassic Park River Adventure, as it comes down. There's a splash zone over there if the kids would like to get soaked. And there are the kids over there getting soaked. Attraction around Jurassic Park is Skull Island Reign of Kong. You board a truck, go through a very large gate, and then you go through an experience. Sounds like Batman. You should go.
I was going to ride that ride, and we went through the queue, and they were just scaring people, like Hollywood Horror Nights. They were popping out of the walls. You just see every guy in costumes. And I didn't go on it. Double check that back.
Oh man, this is the attraction that Christina used to work at Toon Lagoon, Ripsaw Falls, but it looks like it's down for refurbishment.
I don't want ale. Huh? I don't want ale.
Toon Lagoon is a neat area to get some photos and hang out for a little while. In the Popeye area over here, you have a river raft ride. Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Rat barges. And then there's also a boat, Popeye's boat over here that you can go play on. And you can actually shoot some water on the people who are on this bilge wrap barges. There's Wimpy's. All right, that was Toon Lagoon. Now we are making our way to Marvel Superhero Island. I will try to talk, but I don't think you'll be able to hear me. Meet Spider-Man back there. And the Spider-Man attraction is right there. "35 minutes, not bad." Oh, there is a restaurant back there as well. It's a quick service, same thing, burgers. Spider-Man's back there. Dr. Doom's beer ball back there. The Twin Drop Towers. Fantastic Four Cafe. They actually have a superhero dinner here, don't they? Like a character dining? back here is Storm Force Acceleratron, which is a lot like teacups. It's a teacup ride. And then Hulk. So there you have it. That's pretty much all of Universal and Islands of Adventure. What I will say, as Disney people, there are a few differences, of course, with Universal. Disney has tons of themed like snacks and things that you have to do. Like you have to get a Dole Whip and you have to do this and that. Universal is just more of a go, have fun, go at your own pace, do what you got to do. The Express Pass is crucial. If you're only here for a few days, I think the Express Pass is well worth the money. And it's much better than Fast Passes because you can basically go through and just skip the lines completely. It's a huge time saver. Other than that, the expectations are also a lot lower at Universal, so people don't have as many meltdowns. That's just kind of a thing that I have noticed. Disney, the expectations are so high that people get a little more rude and a little more frustrated. So Universal is kind of more laid back in the sense that you just do what you want to do. I don't know, what do you think?
About what?
The difference between Disney and Universal.
I think the theming is a lot better. It's more of a theme park. The rides are a lot better. I like the simulators more than the old classic rides. And I definitely think if you're a thrill seeker, then Universal still has a lot of things for you to do.
Yep, and you don't have to like one universally. That's funny. You can love them both, which we do. So we hope that you have a great time at Universal, and be sure to let us know how you liked it, what you liked, what you didn't. Love to hear from you. I mentioned that the learning curve at Universal is a lot smaller. You can come here having never been here before, and you can enjoy yourself. I think sometimes at Disney you're at a distinct disadvantage if you don't plan ahead of time and know exactly what you want to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Universal is more, you can come, enjoy yourself, and go. Place where I think Disney has the upper hand is nostalgia. They have all the classic characters. They have all of the movies to back it up and just make you feel like you're, I don't know, it's part of your childhood. And a lot of times with us Disney folks, we're so tied into the attractions that Disney has to offer that they become more than the attraction itself. And I think there's something to be said about that, and you're never probably going to get that at Universal. And I've understood that's just something that's not going to be one of the draws to Universal, is that nostalgia and that quote-unquote magic that you get from Disney. But it is a really good time here, and we always enjoy ourselves. When you go out of Islands of Adventure, off to the right, I will show where the walking path from Sapphire Falls, Royal Pacific, and Cabana Bay, where you would come in to City Walk from the walking path. It's a totally different location, but it's a lot closer to the parks. So we've come full circle. And we're coming around, we're gonna go over the bridge back to City Walk. Now if you see down there, so that they think I'm not looking at their security checkpoint, that's where the walkway comes from Cabana Bay and the other resort hotels. It's about a 20-minute walk, but you have to factor in the fact that we've got to walk all the way through City Walk to get to the bus terminal. Once you get to the bus terminal, then you have to wait for the bus, and then you have to take the bus over. So time-wise, it may be faster, but effort, after a long day, you're not really wanting to walk. There are a few other notable restaurants up here. We'll walk around that way. There's a Mexican restaurant that we ate at once and enjoyed, and then there is a hot dog, like quick service type restaurant. Dog Hall of Fame. We also did an episode from there, so that will also be in there. I'll go ahead and do a playlist of Universal that we'll add up at the top there in the notes. It'll be easier to access that playlist. And over here is Antojitos, which is that Mexican restaurant. It's a sit down, it's a table service. And then of course, at night this stuff comes alive. Maybe we should get our picture in front of Fat Tuesday on Fat Tuesday. Mardi Gras beads. There are the bus stops right there. Security's up ahead. There's the bus stops. You go up that staircase and straight into security there.